Alright, real quick, time for a quick little speedrun video. I realized I haven't done one of these for Takeover yet, even though Takeover is halfway through development, essentially. So, we're doing one as Oguna, just cuz. Ooh. I think I did one for Rise 1 when I finished Monty. And I'm also pretty sure I did one for Rise 2 when I finished Monty. I have not done one for Takeover yet, so I'm not using Usurper for this, as he's been modified since the public build released. And Boglet obviously doesn't exist in the public build at all, so that leaves me with Oguna, Bizok, and Foe Stripe and Screenor, those four. I'm doing this so you guys can do the challenge thing to see if you can do it faster, which I know very few people, if any, are going to, but I haven't actually been trying to do this fast. I'm now realizing through this run I've just been trying to explain what the run even is. You may have noticed that the game has music now. It indeed does. Ooh. Stage 2 is probably my least favorite from a gameplay standpoint, as it has one new enemy type. And it's also essentially just a straight line. Technically every level is, but there's very little verticality to Stage 2 compared to every other stage. Stage 3 is the only one with a similar level of verticality, and even then, Stage 3 has, 2 new enemy types. Gore Behemoth, though, is a pretty cool boss. In regards to the music, it's all just crappy BandLab loops that I made in 30 seconds. I do prefer making my own stuff in friggin' medley, but every single track I've ever made in medley is 20 to 30 seconds long at most. So I went with BandLab because speed of production for this game, simply because speed of production and length. Each one of these tracks is a minute long. It doesn't mean that it's less artistically sound than anything else, but genuinely the music in all of these games is an afterthought anyway, so who cares. Sound effects, in regards to when I'm going to start recording those, I don't know. Oguna is one of the worst characters to pick to fight P-Funk with. Bizok's probably the best since his basic does splash damage. But, You may notice the jump ring things. Yeah, whenever you jump, that happens now. I just thought giving the player a little bit of feedback as to, regarding the jumping was a good idea, and I kinda like the jump ring mechanic. Some skills also trigger it, like Oguna's kick, and Foe Stripe's spin, specifically if you use the spin on the ground, are, I think, the only things that trigger it. Other moves that give you a little bit of verticality, like Bizok's uppercut, do not trigger the jump ring. I should not have used the skills before he spawned in. I'm just doing stage 1 through 5 for the speedrun. Stage 6 is about halfway done from a mechanical standpoint now, but it'd be kind of dumb if the whole point of this video was to, let people try and challenge the run and then, do a stage that isn't finished yet, and therefore can't be played in the public version. A big problem with Takeover is that you can just kind of run through everything. Unlike Rise 1 and Rise 2, there's no real, reason not to. The screen can still transition even if you haven't killed all of the enemies yet. And unlike Night, since it's using a screen-by-screen system, the enemies can't follow you screen by area to area. But I think that not slowing the player the hell down is a worthy compromise for making the game, you know, able to be ran through like that. Instead of punishing players who choose to run through it, I think just allowing people to do it anyway is a worthy compromise, but yeah. You know what I mean, right? And that's the run. About 5 minutes, 40 seconds, give or take. Woo.